Hello and welcome back to another Chris McPherson Show live watch along. We're getting set for the Knights travelling down to the Storm in Melbourne. Round 14, the second match of the round. Absolutely looking forward to a cracking contest this time around. And a cracker last night. A good one this morning too, nice and tight in the Super League. And here we go again. Looking forward to seeing what we've got here. So let's go through the two team lists. Only the one change just for Melbourne in their backline. But we'll start with the Knights. They are essentially as per program. Just looking through their team list. 1 through to 19. No changes. Kalen Ponga, the captain, is at fullback. Dom Young in jersey 2. Greg Marzu, the other winger, in 5. The centres will be Dane Gagai and Fletcher Hunt, who comes in with a shift of Fletcher Sharp to 5'8". Dylan Brown's at halfback. Fletcher Sharp obviously in there for Sandon Smith with that calf injury. The front row will be Jacob Saifidi and Trey Mooney. Phoenix Crosland, the Kiwi International, in at 9. And then that back row, Dylan Lucas, Jermaine McEwen and Matt Croker. And the bench, 14 through 19, as named, Harrison Graham, Tyson Frizzell, Pasami Saulo, Tom Kent, Cody Hopwood, and Francis Manalilua. And Justin Holbrook is their coach. For the Melbourne Storm, we've got Sua Fayalongo at fullback, Will Warbrick on one wing, Moses Leo on the other. Joe Chan in jersey 18 comes into the centres. Alongside him is Manaya Watare. The 5'8 is Cameron Munster. Halfback, Jerome Hughes. Front row is 8, Stefano Utukamanu. 10, Josh King. Their captain and hooker is Harry Grant. The back row, Cooper Clark, Atavalu Lisati, and Trent Liero. The bench, jersey 14, Trent Tolau. 15, Alec McDonald. 16, Jack Hetherington. 17, Josiah Pahulu. 19 is Sialangi Tuamalatu Brown, and 20, Sean Bloor. They're coached by Craig Bellamy as the Knights run out onto Amy Park here. The guard of honour of Melbourne Storm fans. The rave lighting going off. Kalen Ponga, he's been in excellent form so far this season, with the one asterisk being that send-off in Origin. And here comes Harry Grant, leading out Melbourne through a banner. Built for Melbourne, built for Victoria. And they're getting ready and getting set. I'm a little perplexed at the Storm are favourites for this one. I thought it'd be a little closer. Certainly when you look at the ladder, look at form. I know they've got all these wonderful players that have been so good for them. But it's a little puzzling for me. But it is what it is, I suppose. The betting agencies are the betting agencies. Almost set for kickoff in Melbourne. Game 1 of your Friday night doubleheader for the NRL. We'll only be bringing you the first game tonight. We're back in the morning for some Super League, and then we'll be back on Sunday and Monday with the NRL. And here we go. The Knights kick off. And they get us underway. Taken by Jerome Hughes. And straight away given off. And the Storm push forward. Utokamanu, he'll play it here. 12 out from his line. 10 in from touch. Now coming forward is Lasati. He picks up 5 metres. He's taken down by Sofidi and Crossland. Now they go out the back. Liero at first receiver gives it off. They work forward here. And Munster will play it on tackle 3. 26 out from the line. Good strong run from Clark. Some big raps on that kid. Now, Hughes gets out, gives it to Liero. Part of the Queensland squad that went down in that nail biter. He plays it 3 short of halfway. Munster will kick from halfway. Goes high to the air. Ponga's got plenty of time for it. Takes it inside his 10. Carts it back and tries to push through the line between King and Liero. He'll play it 22 out from the line. Now they go to the bus. Greg Marzu. Harry Grant sent reeling, but 3 others come in, including Waitere and Liero. Now the flying mullet that is Fletcher Hunt. He's slippery. He's rangy. He plays it there. Crossland back inside. Safidi's pushing forward. He's got a point to prove after not getting on in Origin last week, and he'll play it 4 metres short of halfway in centre field. Now Croker on. Brown gives it to the outside there to McEwen. He's had a week he'd like to forget. Dealing with the NRL integrity unit. Now Brown will go to the air. Kicks from 44 out from the line. Failongo holds up underneath it, takes it well, skips past Croker, but he hangs onto the jersey tail, and he and Saifiti drag him down on tackle 1. 19 metres out from the line. Now they swing across. Working the ball wide, and now it's played by Warbrick. Work wider again through Waitere. He'll play it 26 out from the line. And 14 in from touch. The arrow drops King back underneath. King will play it now on the 30-metre line. Hughes going out the back to Munster. Back again to Failongo. Tucks it under his wing and gets tackled. Gagai and Brown. That'll be tackle 5. 44 out from the line. 10 in from touch. It goes to Hughes, who kicks end over end straight down the throat of Kalen Pong. He catches it 14 out from the line, and he winds up, skips across the line, shows the shape. Doesn't decide to pass, and will play it 29 out from his line. Hunt coming out of dummy half, drifting across field. And that's sharp, apologies. Two mullets hard to tell apart. He picks up 9 metres, goes about 20 across field. Now Dom Young gets involved. He'll take a heavy carry through the middle. Managed to squeeze through 3 plays, including he took a Manu to find his front 4 short of halfway. Now Mooney straight in behind the ruck where he finds King. He's 8 metres over halfway and plays it back to Crossland, to Croker. On now to Sharp. Ponga, hands, Hunt. Side's better of trying to pass it again as Warbrick hits in on him, and he'll play it now. 32 out from the line. They come the short side. Ponga's going to go to the air. Raking kick going back midfield. Contest. Failongo takes it over Brown. And then Mooney comes through and cleans up the scraps, keeping Failongo down. Tackle 1, 5 out from the line for the Storm. Now Chan. He's met strongly by McEwen and Saifiti. Harry Grant in a dummy half. Warbrick will play it. 17 out from the line. They go to the right edge now. Trying to push forward here. That'll be Waitere. Grant in a dummy half. Cut out ball Liero. Now Munster. Flat ball to Clark. He's wrapped up by McEwen. Brown around the legs. They can't get him on the deck. He'll play it on the 5th. 36 out from the line. Munster's going to take it on. They use the hands. Chan. Outside. Kicked back in by Moses Leo. Ponga comes racing through and he's knocked it on. He raced out to get to the ball and just couldn't quite take it in a tight challenge. He coughs it up, and Melbourne will have back-to-back sets here, and they'll start this one in the attacking half. 4 minutes and 20 seconds gone. He ran straight at his Queensland teammate Munster and just got to it first. So Melbourne now, they'll start this set in the attacking half. 32 out from the line, centre field. Failongo to feed it. Grant at lock. They go the short side. Bounce play. Failongo sweeping around out the back. He's dragged down by Gagai. Gagai thought about taking him into touch. Just pins him down to the ground, and now going to come back here. We've got an issue for Phoenix Crossland. He is out cold. Flat on his back. Let's have a look at what happened here. They're straight away checking his neck. Not a good sign. 5 minutes gone here in the first half. Doctor's out there now. Crossland's moving his hands, which is always a good sign. Chan was just running a block line and Crossland went straight into him. Didn't see him coming. Chan had braced and just whiplashed him. Interesting to see whether they rule that as obstruction. I think the ball had already gone well past him at that point. Chan immediately showing some concern for Crossland. And those awkward ones where he just wasn't able to brace for the hit. He didn't see Clark coming, only had eyes for the ball carrier. Harrison Graham reading himself. Crossland still flat on his back. Getting treatment. They've been playing sort of 20 to 30 minutes, Harrison Graham so far. So this might be a much bigger test for him. There's the backup 9 here. They will have to play the remaining 75 unbroken. I said Crossland was defending at halfback here, and he had eyes to Failongo out the back. He was watching Grant, and he just looked up, and Chan came running through, collected him. Nothing too crazy about the contact. Harry Grant got collected up in it all too. Interesting to see what they come up with here. Bring the Medicab out for him. Tough times. Hopefully nothing too serious for Phoenix Crossland. He's been such a key cog of this Knights charge into the top 4. Interesting times. Crossland will be taken off on the Medicab. So he's been loaded onto the stretcher. We wish Phoenix Crossland all the best. It's a tough scene. It's always tough when you see these sorts of injuries. Our thoughts are with Phoenix Crossland for certain. Great to have you all tuning in. Make sure to hit like on the video, hit subscribe on the channel, get involved in the comments as well. Let us know who you think takes this out. Just on 5 minutes gone. Just taking their time getting Crossland off the turf. Now they bring him up here. The Knights and Storm medical staff working together. Both Knights and Storm fans applauding. It's always tough, and even tougher for all the players. Absolutely no malice involved in it. We go off to a rapturous round of applause. Everyone, both teams' fans supporting him and the players. No one likes to see that. Off he goes, Phoenix Crossland. Tough to see early in the game. Harrison Graham's got a role to do now, and as do the other 25 players out in the field, because getting focused again and getting reset here. Melbourne will play it for tackle 1 once Crossland is safely off the field with the Medicab. As I said, the positive was we saw movement from Crossland, so that's always a good sign. But here we go, back underway. And Utokamano will play it 20 out from the line. King for Hughes, back underneath him for Lasati. Lasati will play it now, centre field, 13 out from the line, just in line with the right upright. Now they go to Hughes. Flat ball, Utokamano runs into McEwen, Croker down around the legs, and another number throwing himself in there. They shape left, they come back to the right. Hughes swings it wide now to Watere. There's no numbers on, so he just takes a settler. He'll play it 8 out from the line. 16 in from touch on the right edge. Tackle 5. Hughes comes, kicks back to that edge. Looking for Warbrick. Warbrick knocks it back, I think, and it's been caught on the rebound by Fletcher Sharp, and I think we'll have a goal line dropout. That's exactly how it's happened. Warbrick's knocked it back. Not that it would have mattered because you can't be offside in your own in goal. There's a goal line dropout for the Knights here. Just over 6 minutes gone in the first half. A bit of a delay with that injury to Phoenix Crossland. Taken off on the stretcher. Callum Ponga will take the goal line dropout. You'd have to assume, like most sides, they'll go short. Well, they go sort of mid-range, about 18 metres. Dom Young flies up. It's batted back by one of the Storm players jumping. Young lost his footing, otherwise he would have caught it cleanly. And then Chan goes forward. He'll play it. A little bobble there to touch anyone. Notices the referee. Play on Munster. Liero now. He's almost wrapped up by Lucas, Saifidi, and Graham. He'll play it 6 out from the line. Line with the black dot. Munster dropping a runner back underneath him in Clark. Saifidi locks in the ball. McEwen's in there, as is Croker. He's 3 out from the line. He's 6 to the left of the post. Now they come across. Swing it to the right. Fayalongo, the quick hands. And then Waiteri decided to cut back against the grain. Didn't get him where he needed to, and he's brought down 5 in from touch. 5 out from the line. Hughes, flat ball to King. Numbers are there to shut him down. Croker's locking into the ball to make sure there's no offload, and that's tackle 5. Just in line with the right upright. 4 out from the line. In the end, he plays it. Hughes throws the short ball. Utokamano's going to try and barge over, and he does. Wrestles his way free of Trey Mooney. Powers over Callum Ponga and just stamps the ball down. Opening try goes the way of the home side. The Melbourne Storm lead 4 points to 0 after 7.5 minutes. With a kick to come, it's Stefano Utokamanu getting the first try. The Storm are on the board at home here. Great to have you all tuning in. Let us know in the comments who you're backing, who you're cheering for. Don't be shy. If you haven't already, hit like on the video, hit subscribe on the channel as well. I appreciate all of that. It helps us to grow with the algorithm. Did well there just to hang on to the ball and get it down. It took Manu. Just surging onto that. McEwen was spun out of his way, and then he just rested his way over from his opposite front rower in Trey Mooney. 14th career try. 3 of those have been against the Knights for Utokamanu. As I say, get involved in the comments. Let us know any of your thoughts around the round of rugby league. Who you're backing tonight? Any upsets you might see later in the round? Or maybe just let us know whereabouts around the world you're tuning in from. Sua Fayalongo will take the conversion attempt from 10 metres out. 5 to the left of the uprights. Maybe 4 to the left of the uprights is more accurate. Extend the lead. 8 minutes, 45 seconds gone. He hits it. He hits it well. No doubt about it from Fayalongo. And Melbourne lead 6 points to 0. Great start from the Storm. And it all goes back to the early arm wrestle, and then they got on top when Ponga just had that awkward bounce and made the mistake trying to collect the kick. Knights get us back underway here. Just over 31 minutes remaining in the first half. Hughes takes it. Gives it to the try-scorer in Utokamanu, who goes across field. He's not getting over the top of Mooney this time. Mooney and Graham bring him down just outside the 10. Liero throws a short ball to Clark. He finds his front under the tackle of Gagai. They're rolling forward here. Liero runs into the right shoulder of Mooney. Graham's underneath. Safidi's in there as well. Tackle 3. He'll play it on the 30-metre line. Grant pops his head out, gives it to King. Short ball. Who's wrestled onto his back by the combination of Lucas and Croker. They shape to the right, go back to the left. Munster drops Chan back underneath, and he's dragged to ground 6 metres short of halfway. 14 in from touch on tackle 5. Hughes is the man to kick. He kicks from 5 metres short of halfway. Dom Young racing back, takes it 12 out from his line. He's backtracking though, so he hands it off to Ponga. Ponga, a little stutter step, tries to slide through the line, but King hangs on for dear life. Gets the play the ball clean. Now, Brown out of dummy half to Young. Back onto Marzu. Marzu bumps out of 1, bumps out of 2, bumps out of 3, gives an awkward pass to Fletcher Sharp, who picks up plenty of metres here, and he runs forward over the 40. He pulled up a bit awkwardly there. Hopefully nothing major. Just a bit of a divot maybe. And Hunt out of dummy half gives it on now. Lucas will play it. That's tackle 3. Ponga gives it outside now to Young. The hands have done it there. Young gets to the outside. Can he get the pass back inside? Are they going to try and drag him into touch? They don't do so. He's dragged down here. 18 out from the line. 2 in from touch on the right edge. They swing it across. Croker. Dummies to the left. Dummies right. Eventually gives the offload to Graham. Looks up. Realises nothing's on. Then goes into contact. Gets the offload away for Saifidi. He's surrounded by numbers, including a couple around his legs, and he'll play it 9 out, centre field on tackle 4. Sorry, tackle 5. Now, Ponga hands on Hunt. Couldn't quite get it out in front of Marzu. Well, he did get it out in front of Marzu. Too far. Marzu couldn't reel it in, and it goes into touch. And it's a good set. The end execution probably not quite where they wanted it, though. But they're at the right end of the field here. So the Storm now working it out. Maitere plays it on tackle 1. Now Warbrick comes in for a run, takes it up over the 20. Great to have you all tuning in, guys. Get involved in these comments. That way it's not just me talking to myself. Happy to engage with you on anything footy. Make sure to hit like and subscribe as well as Liero pushes forward here. That's tackle 4 just short of the 40. Hughes is going to kick early. A booming kick from inside his 40. I tell you what, he's got weight on it. And he gets the outside break. Does it go just past the 20? Greg Marzu's a little nervous here. They're waiting for the touch charge. They might have to review this upstairs. No, Ashley Klein said it's a 40-20. Gone over just. He really got hold of this. Got the outside break on it. We saw South hit 2 absolutely cracking 40-20s last night, and that looked like it did to go over well and truly. So Melbourne now turn defensive territory into attacking territory. King will play it 14 out, tackle 1. Now Liero gives it on to Itukamanu. He's going to try and barge over for a second. He's brought down by Lucas and Sharp. 2 metres short of the line. 18 in from touch on the right. They swing it wide straight away. Hughes, Munster, out the back to Fayalonga. They've got the numbers if they can use them. Fayalonga slicing through, just dragged down by Dylan Brown. 5 in from touch, 2 out from the line. They burrow over from dummy half till they get down. Be interesting to see here. The Joe Chan out of dummy half. Ashley Klein says no try. They're looking at grounding and making sure he didn't go through the ruck. Let's have a look here. Here's Joe Chan. He's picked it up. Go on the short side. Newcastle claim that Gagai was obstructed, but he gets there in the end. Does he get the ball down? I think it's on the leg of the defender there. Jermaine McEwen. Looks like he's got his right leg under the ball. Based on the fact it's gone up as no try, I think it's going to be hard to give the try here. So if they're okay with him going through the marker or to the side of the marker, I think you're going to be really tough to say that he got this ball down. Joe Chan doesn't look confident. The Storm look ready to play it. So supporting the on-field decision of no try. So it stays at 6 points to 0. .27 minutes and 14 seconds remain. So almost 13 gone. No try. Held up. I played on tackle 3. 10 out from the line, 5 in from touch. Tukamano, so that was tackle 4. This will be tackle 5, I believe. 10 out from the line, centre field. Tukamano plays it. Grant goes back to the left, switch ball to Munster. They roll it in behind. Ponga picks it up. He's going to try and make his way out of the in goal. Thought about passing it, decided better of it. And Chan pins him in the in goal, and it'll be another goal line dropout for the Knights. Ponga will take it again. It's nice weight on this from Munster, and he beat the overshooting Clark, but Chan and Munster were there as well. So Ponga again to take the short dropout. You'd have to assume that's where they'll go again. They got numbers loaded to the right Newcastle. They go short. He's kicked this on even further. I think they're going to struggle to get there. And it was well taken by Moses Leo, flying through off his 20. And he's brought to ground. 9 in from touch, 16 out from the line. Now they go to Clark. He hits, spins away from McEwen. He comes again, as does Mooney. Hey, Kelly, good to have you here. Whereabouts are you watching from? Hughes swings right. Now Fayalongo's got the outside. Warbrick. Ponga. He's knocked the ball out. Play on, says the referee. We're going to have Jerome Hughes is trying to claim there's a shoulder charge there, but the ball's just been knocked out and gone back. But the Knights are away now. They've somehow stopped what looked like a certain try. Hunt. Let's have a look at the replay picture here. Yeah, there was definitely no arm wrap there. That was a shoulder charge on the ball from Ponga. Hard done by their Melbourne. I thought they might have pulled it up and gone back and reviewed it. But it is what it is. Now Croker. He'll play it on tackle 3. Now Brown. Sharp. Hunt. The mullets combine. Hunt wrapped low by Waiteri. Hughes is there as well. That's tackle 4 on the attacking 40. 10 in from touch on the left. Saifidi. Great to have you tuning in from PNG. Kelly, who are you going for, the Storm or the Knights? Dylan Brown goes to the air. Young bats at forward, I think. So that'll be a 0 tackle coming. Fayalongo wrapped up by Trey Mooney. Mooney's been busy. He's opening 15 minutes. Harry Grant gives it off, and charging forward is Moses Leo. He's grabbing his eyebrow. I'm not quite sure what happened there as Warbrick just coughs it up. Harrison Graham picks it up, and the Knights are on the attack. All of a sudden, 14 out, just to the right of the uprights here. Harry Grant's in a world of hurt. He's got back to his feet and run back to the line. Ashley Klein says, I can't stop it if he's back on his feet. Fletcher Hunt almost pokes his head through, dragged down there by Lasati. And Jerome Hughes, sharp in at dummy half. You're a diehard Storm fan. There we go. Well, they're off to a good start here, but they need to hold out the Knights. Trey Mooney, great to have you on, Kelly. Thanks for tuning in. Harrison Graham at dummy half. Gives it to Brown, back inside to Ponga, skipping across. Flat ball for Safidi, gives it on to Sharp. Sharp racing through, and he'll dot it down. And the Knights have their opening try. And they trail by 2 with a kick to come. Fletcher Sharp slicing through. Beautiful work in the lead up by Ponga and Saifidi. Fletcher Sharp gets the opening try for the Storm, for the Knights against the Storm. And now it is game on. 6 points to 4 with a kick to come. Let's have a look at the replay here. Will Warbrick's just dropped it cold. Not quite sure. I think he was watching a bit of what was happening with Harry Grant. And Ponga. Saifidi. Sharp, just that natural fullback instinct. Probably would have advanced it further under the post, but just lost his footing on the edge of the advertising paint. So he gets it down just to the left of the uprights. And with 17 minutes gone, the Knights are back in this one. Great to have you all tuning in. If you haven't already, please hit like on the video, hit subscribe on the channel. The more numbers we can get behind the channel, the more content we can cover with YouTube, the more often we can be on here, all those sorts of things, and the more it will show up in everyone's algorithms. So Ponga, slotted 4 last week against the Eels. Can he start off at what should be a relatively easy kick? Just to the left of the uprights. Brought it back 13. Hits it. Curls a little to the right of the black dot, but it counts the same so long as it goes over. So it is 6 points all. Beautiful lead-up work, and Ponga just drifting back across. Got past a couple, sucked in Lasati. That's where they created the hole, and Fayalongo couldn't get the slippery Sharp down to ground. Yeah, I think it can be hard depending on where you are in PNG trying to watch some of the live streams. Unfortunately, we can't show the stream, Kelly, because then we'll get shut down by YouTube for copyright. But we'll commentate the game all the way through. So 6 all, 22 minutes remaining in the first half. Storm go long. Sharp takes it. Mooney off the back fence. Met strongly by King and Utukamanu. Harrison Graham at dummy half. Greg Marzu coming in for a run through the middle. King's in there again with Clark. Grant obviously cleared after he was a little slow to his feet earlier on. McEwen, a nice little bit of footwork at the line. Gets past Chan, but is brought down by Liero and Munster. And they swing it across Croker. A little show and go at the line. He had Mooney with him. Storm have dominated possession across the opening 19 minutes. Here goes Saifidi. Pushes through Grant, but he hangs on and Clark helps him bring him down. That'll be tackle 5. They'll play it 42 out from their line. Brown drives it long. Failongo gets across to the left corner and takes it on the full inside his 10-metre line. And then runs back, takes it over the 20 where he's met by McEwen and Gagai. Gagai, I think, claiming that he lost it. Now pushing forward. Here comes Moses Leo. He's now got head tape on. He'll play it on tackle 2, 26 out from the line. Joe Chan. Low around the hips is Dylan Brown. 6 again. 10 metres they've been called for. Now Warbrick charging forward. He's got 3 players on him and he drives over halfway for tackle 2. Grant out of dummy half. He's going to poke his head through and try and drag the team with him. He'll play it 38 out from the line. Munster in at dummy half. Liero at first receiver. Now they swing it wide. Hughes, flat ball. Lasati wrapped up by Sharp and Mooney. King pushing through. Harrison Graham slides down his body and drags into ground. Lucas and Sharp in there again. That's tackle 5. They're 15 out from the line. Harry Grant scheming through. Ponga takes it off his toes cleanly in the end. And away they go now. The Knights, they'll get to start this set 2 metres out from their line. Utukamanu will be offside here if Young can find him. Can't quite. He's dragged down in the end. He tries to get up. Clark holding him here. Again, the marker's very sloppy from the Storm. Refereeing has been a little selective on what they're focused on tonight. Very slow rucks the Storm are having here in defence. Marzu gets a ball way away from where he expected it. Very flat back on his heels, and the Knights are not going forward well at all. They need to find some metres here. Tackle 4, 25 out from their line. Now they swing it wide. Dylan Lucas. He's brought down just over the 30 on tackle 5. They'll play it 31 out from the try line. They come to the short side to Ponga. He's going to go deep to the right-hand corner, but again, Failongo reads it like a book and he's there and takes it just outside his 20. Skips along, tries to get past Hunt, but Hunt drags him down inside the 30 on tackle 1, just inside the right touch line. Now Waitere. He'll play it 35 out from the line. Grant in at dummy half, gives it to the left to Munster. Now they come back against the grain. Working through the middle. It's a good run there from Moses Leo. It's a good quick play the ball as well. Ruck speed a lot quicker for the Storm. Stefano Utukamanu bounces off Sharp. Sharp comes again, drags him down. He's at the 30 at the other end. 1 to 6 more. Hughes back inside for Failongo. He hurdles over 1, but he can't get past Hunt. Drags him down. He'll play it. Tackle 5, 10 out from the line. 15 in from touch on the right. Grant. Short ball to Munster. Munster knocked back there by Grant, was it? Surely that's a knock-on. Knock-ons everywhere. I'm going to say it's all back off the Storm, and then Ash Klein says it forward off the Knights. I'm not quite sure how they got that. Let's have a look again here. Oh, they're going to go back to Utukamanu. Sharp just reeling him down by the ankles. Failongo must have kicked it through. You can't really see the point of contact. Craig Bellamy looks like he's going to have a coronary. But it is Storm ball. 18 minutes to go. Knights to defend their goal line here. The scrum will be on the 10-metre line. Failongo feeds it. Grant out the back to Failongo on this short side. Not quite sure what happened there with Kalen Ponga and Waitere, but they end up tangled up in the in goal. Failongo plays it 5 in from touch, 5 out from the line. They give it to Lasati for a settler. He'll now play it 8 out from the line, 20 in from touch on the right. They go out the back now. Hughes, centre field, drops it under Filiero. He tries to get the arm free, but Safidi is up to it and comes around and wraps it up. He'll play it 5 out from the line, 6 to the left of the post. Now Hughes across to the right. Failongo Gives it to Waitere, who just bumps off Sharp and drives his way over. That was a pretty average tackle attempt from the Knights try scorer. And Waitere gets a try, a second for the Storm. They lead 10 points to 6 now after 23 minutes. Storm fans will be happy, Kelly. Up and about. Great to have you all tuning in. Just like Kelly, get involved in the comments. Let us know where you're watching from. Who you're going for. Let's even know your thoughts for the rest of the weekend as well. Happy to chat rugby league, other sport as well. There's plenty happening. For now, the Storm lead 10-6 with a kick to come. Ten points to 6. Here they go. Failongo lining up for a second conversion. 10 in from touch, 20 back on the right-hand side, the less favoured side for the right footer. Failongo comes in, he hits it. He's pushed it across the face. It's not going to come back. The score will remain 10 points to 6. Just over 15 minutes remaining till half-time. Just far too easy once they got on the outside here. They got the numbers. They realised they had the overlap. Hughes, quick early ball. Failongo gives it to Waitere. And he just bumped over Sharp. Sharp was not quite sure what that tackling technique was. He was trying to almost steal the ball rather than focus on the tackle. Brabham Best is your uncle. Unfortunately, he's not playing tonight. He's out injured. Brabham Best. You'd see some rumours, though, that the Knights are going to sign his younger brother as well, Baxter. So it'd be great to get the boys back together. So Feedy comes out of that tackle. Aliana, that's good to know, as I said. Well, hopefully he'll be back soon. Dylan Lucas wraps up Harry Grant. Harry Grant wanting to appeal. But Lucas was offside. Storm go 40. They play tackle 4, 38 out from the line on the short side. Joe Chan spins out a one tackle from Gagai, but Saifidi arrives and wraps him up. Brazil getting ready to come on. They go to the air here, the Storm. Ponga has time. Tracks back, takes it just outside his 10-metre line. Shapes to give it off to Marzu. Skips around the outside and he's dragged down. 19 out from the line. Lasardi's there. Waitere not square at marker, but Marzu will push further infield. He'll play at 26 out from the line. Just to the left of centre field. Now Young. Storm have been tackled in the opening 26 minutes, 21 times in the opposition 20. The Knights just played it 5 times in the opposition 20. Here's Frizzell now, pumping the legs. Pushing forward. He's dragged down by Munster. He took a Manu and Clark. Brown goes to the line, gives it on Gagai, gets the outside, flicks it to Dom Young, does well drawing him in. King coming infield. King's taking him after he's kicked it there. It might be interesting to watch. Dylan Brown racing through. Did he beat Harry Grant to the football? Not quite. Ashley Klein's going to go back and have a look at this, I think. Dylan Brown showed some rapid closing space. They're not going to go back and look at the leader. They're just looking at... Harry Grant gets his hand to it, just beating Dylan Brown by almost a literal fingertip. He's knocked it back. Then it might have come off Dylan Brown's bicep, so the Storm might dodge another bullet here. That's a tough break for the Knights. The Storm dodge a bullet there. They're a little blessed tonight with a few of the things that have gone their way. Been an interesting first half, that's for sure. Far from classical rugby league, but it's been decent. Good to have you all tuning in. Make sure if you haven't already, please hit like on the video. Hit subscribe on the channel as well if you're enjoying it. We're back for a couple more NRL games, some Super League and the Socceroos over this weekend. And let us know in the comments as well what other sports you'd like to see us covering. We'll certainly look at what we can do. No guarantees, but always open to hearing what people have got in mind. We've got a whole host of sports lined up over the next 5 or 6 months. Plenty coming your way, live streams as well as our daily dose videos and other pieces as well, as Cooper Clark plays it just short of halfway and now tearing onto it fresh off the bench is Alec McDonald. He'll play it 42 out from line 20 and from touch on the left-hand edge on tackle 5. Munster goes to Hughes. Hughes kicks it from 40 out. Ponga holds off and lets Marju take this one. Marju charging forward and he's dragged down by Lasati and Waiteri. Now Hunt skipping across, working between McDonald and Clark. Let me tackle 2, 24 out from the line. They keep working to the right, the Knights. Gagai gets it away. Gives it to McEwen, but McEwen was in a worse spot than he was, so he gets dragged to ground. 26 out from line 10 in from touch on the right edge. Looks like they're running out of puff, the Knights, at the moment. Gagai. He'll play just short of the 30. They need to get going forward. Frizzell, Sharp, Lucas. That's a better speed of ruck on tackle 5. Harrison Graham gets out of dummy half, kicks. It was a big ranging kick, but again, Fa'alongo read it like a book and took it on the full. Fa'alongo tries to turn Graham back inside out, and Graham just hangs on for dear life. Drags him down. That's tackle 1, 36 out from the line. Now Warbrick. Wrapped up well by Lucas Lowe. Waiteri goes into the shoulder of Saifidi, who's back out there. A little fumble in the ruck, but he must have just held on to it. I'm not quite sure what to think after last night. I'll play it on tackle 4. That's a shocking play the ball there from Moses Leo as Hughes goes out the back. Fa'alongo, they've got the numbers on the outside here. He holds on to it though, and Lucas drags him down on tackle 5. They play it 38 out from the line. Hughes to the air. Warbrick. The Stormers still have it. It's still tackle 5. Backwards again. Backwards again. Munster. They almost had having a worse start than where they started with it. Munster runs into a closed wall and tries to sell that he was taken out. Kalen Ponga gets it and looks to shape across field. Pokes his head through between Clark and King. Tries to get out of the tackle. Sloppy ruck, and it was mostly caused by Josh King being in there. Now they go forward. They're going to play this on tackle 2 on the 30. Gagai, now Young. He's shuffle-stepped and almost stopped at the line, and subsequently is driven backwards by Alec McDonald and crew on 3. Graham, now Frizzell, showing him how to run at the old ball. Goes forward. Grant wraps up the ball. Let's tackle 4, just short of halfway. Sharp, now the back to Ponga. He's got Hunt with him if he wants it. Gives it to Hunt. Manages to draw in 2. Hunt pins the ears. Gives it back inside Dylan Lucas. And away go the Knights. Dylan Lucas will stroll over under the post and lock us up at 10 points all here. With 10 minutes to go in the first half, the Knights have the chance to take the lead. And again, Fletcher Sharp was involved in the lead-up. He might have been a little costly defensively earlier, but that offensive combination with Ponga, Sharp and Lucas is a dangerous one. Beautiful work here. They went out the back to Ponga. Lucas ran the decoy through the line. Just stayed alive, though. Ponga gave it to Hunt, who saw that he was back inside. He had another support runner with Sharp with him if he needed it, Lucas. He just strolled over and dots down between the posts. Tony Delaney, everyone loves the stats man. He'll be crunching numbers till the cows come home tonight during a Knights game TD. He'll be up and about now, Dylan Lucas scoring. Maybe he wouldn't have got as excited about Jermaine McEwen. We know he's an unabashed Dylan Lucas fan, as are most Knights fans, after the way big Dylan Lucas has been going and the fact that he re-signed for 3 years during the week. And Kalen Ponga will have the chance to add the extras and give the Knights the lead here with 9 minutes remaining till half-time. Dylan Lucas on a try-scoring streak of some note, some renown. 6 tries in his last 4 games. Ponga's got this one right in front. Nice and easy. Kicking at 70% on the season. Ponga makes no mistake, adds the extras. The Knights lead 12 points to 10. Deep in this second half. Just a reminder, too, that Phoenix Crossland was taken off on the Medicab 5 minutes into the game. So they are down a player, the Knights, in their rotation, which is really unfortunate, but it's given us an opportunity to see a little more of Harrison Graham, and it's been solid so far. So just under 9 minutes till half time. One of these sides further grab the upper hand before the break. The Storm go wide with this one, not as deep, and it's taken by Dylan Brown. 10 out from his line. He gives it to Frizzell, who bumps away from McDonald, but he comes back and drags him down. He'll play it 9 and out from the line. Graham at dummy half. Now working the way forward through the Knights. Is Solo, who's out there. Brown gives it on for McEwen. He'll play it tackle 3 on the 40. Frizzell, second man play. Oh, Croker through the line. What about the offload to Sharp? He can't get away from Fa'alongo, though, and he's been clipped in the head. On the way down by a stray Jerome Hughes' arm. There's no malice in it. Just got clipped. Just over the top. Solo takes this one forward. 7.5 minutes remaining till halftime. Great to have everyone tuning in. If you haven't already, make sure to hit like on the video. Hit subscribe on the channel and get involved in those comments. They go out wide here, and Ponga just couldn't quite reach it. Munster's come in with a bit of push and shove. And here we go. Joe Chan. Is that an elbow thrown on the ground there? There might be a bit to watch here. Dylan Lucas has run in. There's players pushing and shoving. I don't think we have too many punches, but Joe Chan might have used a forearm on the ground here. That'll be interesting to have a look back at. Probably as much you'll see if handbags at 10 pace is starting to look like it's going to escalate. Two Queensland teammates sparking all of that. Munster just taking a chance to give his State of Origin teammate a nudge. He dropped it here, and Munster just comes through trying to fire up his team. Dane Gagai straight in there. Chan over the top. Certainly is using both forearms there, Chan. He might be in a bit of strife, to be fair. Can't quite see much more from that. There was two sort of little melees that broke out. Second one that broke off didn't look like a whole lot. May McEwen over the top, taking out the frustrations from the week. Interesting here. As I said, Joe Chan. Well, Ash Klein's just going to say the penalty is going to go against Cameron Munster for sparking all of that. And for, to use Ash Klein's words, some of the stuff on the ground. Everyone's having a bit of a giggle about it, to be fair, but just boys being boys. But yeah, it'd be interesting to see. Joe Chan has gone on report, as I said, for the use of the forearm. So nothing more than that at this point. And the Knights kick for touch, and they go from an error now to a fresh set. 19 out from the line. Who's going to take the first one here? Pasami Solo says, get behind me, boys. And Jack Hetherington's out there now. He'll make the tackle on his opposite number. Solo will play it. Graham in at dummy half. Now Frizzell. And straight at Fa'alongo, who's in the line. Grant's in there as well as Liero. He'll play it 10 out from the line, centre field. Graham, sharp. Flat ball to Lucas, who's coughed it up. Fa'alongo's going to try and play it on. Sharp will wrap him up, and we're going to go back for the knock on, I think you'll find. Dylan Lucas just coughed that one up. Just got a little too far ahead of himself. It's right in the breadbasket too. No real reason. You see that every now and then. Just some sloppy handling. Great to have you all tuning in, guys. Make sure to hit like on the video. Hit subscribe on the channel. Get involved in the comments too. 6 minutes to go till half time. Storm. Feed the scrum through Hughes. Grant out of lock. Gives it off. Warbrick trying to charge forward. Is wrapped up by Graham, Sharp and Hunt. Now they work it through Watere. He'll play it 24 out from the line on tackle 2. Just to the right of centre field. Send it to McDonald. He goes straight down the middle at Pasami Solo. Lucas around the legs. Going to be tackle 3. 33 out from the line. Now they come across. A good run from Atavali Lasati. Knights players thrown out of the tackle in all angles as Lasati gets up to play it. Cut out ball now. Liero getting on the front foot up to halfway where he's wrapped around the legs by Frizzell. A couple more over the top. I'll kick this just short of halfway in the end by Hughes. He goes to the air. Is Warbrick onside? That'll be the question. He pulls up, so it should suggest no. Marzu goes straight at him. And he'll start this set 23 out from the line, 10 in from touch on the left edge. Now Hunt. Goes straight into the middle of the pack. Finds McDonald and Hetherington. Swing it across. They just look a little bereft of shape when they're down in their own end here. Gagai. They go for a little scoot out of dummy half. Dylan Brown up to the 40 on tackle 4. Just over. He'll play it 41 out. 10 in from touch on the right edge. Now McEwen drives in behind the ruck. Can play it on halfway. Graham out of dummy half. Quick ruck is good. They get it wide to Sharp. Now to Ponga. Ponga. Still tackle 5. Lucas has got to get the ball free here. He does throw it forward. In the end, a knock on. He's just trying to force that pass. You can't blame him there. They decided to chance their hand on tackle 5. Now he's taking his time in handing it over. You can see he's just wrapped by Watere and he's trying to juggle it and get that ball free. And it's bobbled forward. Warbrick plays it on tackle 1. 36 out from the line. Munster decides to take a run. Solo around the legs. Croker over the top with Graham. Let me tackle 2. 43 out from the line. Simple set here for the Storm. Chan plays it now just over halfway. Grant gets out. Liero going forward. Gets it to Hughes on the right. Short ball now, Lasati. Hunt wraps the ball up. Solo comes in around the ankles. Tackle 4. They're 26 out from the line. 20 in from the right. They swing it to Hughes across to Munster. Flat ball short for Clark, who's dragged down. He takes 2 out of the line, though. That's great work. Munster will go short side. Pops it back. Still play on. Failongo. Should still be tackle 5. It is. Failongo gets it away. They throw it on the ground, and diving on it there is Jermaine McEwen. The referee's going to say McEwen was offside. Dane Gagai gives away another 10 metres for some back chat. Melbourne will get this penalty now. Half an inch out from the line. Harry Grant takes it back to the 10-metre line. They'll start this 20 in from touch on the right side. They swing it across 2 passes to McDonald, who centres it up. Lucas, Graham, and Frizzell in the tackle. Tackle 1 on the 10. They go out the back. Hughes. Munster. Flat ball for Clark. I'll try and use him to draw in numbers. Much better defensive effort there from Brown and McEwen. Tackle 3. 4 out from the line. 20 in from touch. Hughes shaping out the back, but they go to Liero from Munster. Solo drags him down with Graham. He'll play it 3 short of the line, in line with the black dot. Now they go to Hughes, first receiver. Floats it over the top. Warbrick's got days of space out wide. And Will Warbrick gets over for the 3rd try with just over 2 minutes to go till half time. And the Storm lead by 2. 14 points to 12 with a kick to come. What about that? Beautiful work there. They suck the numbers in. And Jerome Hughes just spotted it. Margie would come in looking at Watere, trying to help out Hunt and Sharp. It's covering for the, I guess, the lesser strength of their defence. He got sucked in. They got outnumbered, and Warbrick takes the Harbour Bridge pass easily. Hunt tries to come across, but it's not strong enough. Bounces off him. And Warbrick gets it down out wide on the right. And it's 3 tries to 2, and a 2-point margin with a kick to come. So Warbrick gets his 11th of the season. Now he needs 2 more for 50 career tries. Failongo brings this one back 21 metres. He's 3.5 metres in from touch on the right edge. He pushed the last one across the face from out here. Let's see if he gets a course correction after that first sighter, if you will, from this edge. 51 seconds on the clock when referee Klein stops it. He hits this one well. A lot straighter, but it just drifts late. So it remains 14 points to 12. They'll have a 2-point lead. 46 seconds on the clock. So 14 points to 12, the Storm lead. 46 seconds showing on the clock at the moment. Knights go deep with this kick. Hughes will take it. McDonald brings it back where he runs into his opposite number in Frizzell. Graham's in there as well. Saulo missed it and went flying in at a rate of knots. They'll play it 14 out from their line on tackle 1. Now Hetherington, a former Knight himself. He goes forward. Push it across. Muntz is going to take a run here. Gets the offload away to Grant, who goes back to Hughes. 15 seconds till half-time. Failongo, they're going to try and outflank them here. Waitere, brought down by his opposite number in Fletcher Hunt. 6 seconds. It should be the last play here. Hughes. Sides of fire back the short side. Nothing doing. Happy just to take it into contact, and he'll get wrapped up. And that will be all she wrote for the first half here. The Melbourne Storm lead by 2. To be fair, they've led most of the key stat categories in the first half, so deserved leaders at half-time. But the Knights certainly right in this contest. We've got a game on our hands for the second half. We'll take a short break here. We'll rejoin you in about 10 minutes or so with the second half. Look forward to seeing you then. Until then, it is the Storm 14 points to 12, 3 tries to 2. The Knights tries coming through Sharp and Lucas, 2 from 2 from Kalen Ponga for the Storm. Stefano Utakamanu got the first try of the match. Naya Wataure got the second for them. Will Warbrick got their third. Failongo has got 1 from 3 attempts so far. And that makes up the 14 points to 12. So looking forward to it. There's been some heat. There's been some spice. There's been an unfortunate injury to Phoenix Crosland as well. We won't see him coming back. Harrison Graham's got plenty of minutes to work through. And we'll see how it all plays out in the second half. As I said, we're back in about 10 or so for the second half of this one as the Storm take on the Knights. Welcome back for the second half as we get set for the next 40, the remaining 40, the last 40 of the Thursday night early game. Great to have you all tuning in. Wonderful to have those of you getting involved in the comments who have. Licks, good to have you with us. It is half time. 14 points to 12. The Storm lead 3 tries to 2. So waiting to see what comes of this second half. Well, it is just a little technical difficulty there. And back now as we get set for kickoff. Watchalong to get us back underway here. And we are underway for the second half. The Storm kicking off to the Knights. Sharp takes on the full, gives it off to Frizzell. Winds up and runs into Hetherington and McDonald. And Lissiati. Now, Greg Marziu. We'll play it 22 out from the line, and they get 6 more there. Harrison Graham just darting in behind the markers. He'll play it on tackle 1. Push across now. Brown for Ponga. Skip step to the outside. Gagai in behind. Flick past to Dom Young. He's away. He's got support back inside. Brown. It's going to be a foot race. Cooper Clark chasing. But early stages of the second half. And the Knights straight away score in their first set. What about that? That's a great start to the second half for the visitors. And they're back in front. 16 points to 14. Dylan Brown gets the try. The third for the Knights. They'll have a chance to extend their lead out to 4 points. Just over a minute gone now in this second half. Just simple. Ponga skipped to the outside. And then Gagai did well. Poked his nose through, drew 2 defenders. Young drew in Fayalongo and Dylan Brown races around. Dots down just to the right of the uprights. Easy as you like. A minute and a half gone now in this second half. The Knights back on top. Cooper Clark put in a red-hot chase there, but just couldn't catch him. Yeah, not a great start, Setu. Great to have you joining us, though. Whereabouts are you tuning in from? Let us know. Whereabouts in the world you're based. Great to have everyone tuning in. Dylan Brown's second try of the season. Kalen Ponga will now take the conversion attempt from just next to the uprights. Just to the right. Makes no mistake, it wasn't the prettiest slice off the tee, but they count the same nonetheless. 18 points to 14. The Knights back in front in this seesawing encounter. Still a long way to go. Ponga again, just that drift across. He's so dangerous. Gagai did well. Young did what was needed of him. And there's many opportunities to get involved tonight, Dom Young. Dylan Brown smirking at Jerome Hughes, his Kiwis teammate coming through in cover. Craig Bellamy not happy, shaking his head. Melbourne kick-off. Dom Young gets his toe to the line, those big long legs. Gets his toe to the line and takes that on the full, so it'll be a penalty. Back in the centre of halfway. Tough mistake still for Fayalongo. Craig Bellamy looks like he'd like to be anywhere but Amy Park right now. Big rangy legs of Tom Young, does well. Had to keep his toe down on the line while he touched it as well. And they kick for touch and they'll start this set 25 out from the line. Gagai takes the tap. Brown. Is it on for Solo? It's brought down by Liero and McDonald. I think McDonald probably one of the toughest hairlines in NRL. Kalen Ponga skipping across on the left. Palms off Jerome Hughes. Comes again. Can't palm off Waitere. They play it 8 out from the line. 10 in from touch on the left edge. Harrison Graham drifting across. Pops Croker back underneath. Takes 3 to get him down. Hetherington, McDonald and Grant. Work across to the left now. Sharp. Awkward pass goes behind Hunt. He has to track back and get it. Ends up back almost on the 20-metre line on tackle 4. Kalen Ponga just calls for a bit of calm. Calls a set play. And they go. Ponga's there. Graham. Dropping back underneath for Tyson Frizzell, who's skipping back across to that left edge and puts Dylan Lucas through a hole. Lucas streams through. Can he reach out? Yes, he can. Is it going to be double movement, though? That will be the question. Was he held? I think it's going to be a double movement. And just couldn't help himself reaching out, Dylan Lucas. I think he's cost himself. He got so excited. He had Harry Grant sliding around his legs. He's looking at Ashley Klein. And then the ball hits the ground with Grant on him. And he reaches out here. It's going to be a double movement, unfortunately, for Dylan Lucas. Fortunately for the Melbourne Storm, because that would have been an 8-point lead with a kick to come. Rush of blood, the rush of excitement for the young man. Thought he had a double for a split second there. I think they would have scored off the back of it too. Instead, they give away a penalty. And now Melbourne. Craig Bellamy just sitting in the box, shaking his head. Someone get the man a neck brace. He's going to be sore by the end of this if he keeps shaking his head the whole way through this second half. Now the Storm go to the right through Watere. He's brought down 12 in from touch, 26 out from the line. They go to Liero at first receiver. He gives it off to Alec McDonald. Harry Grant, Liero. It's a good, strong bit of contact there from Pasami Solo. Out they come again, Hetherington. Wrapped up by Croker and McEwen. He'll play it on tackle 5, 4 short of halfway. Jerome Hughes goes to the air. Loads it up here for Kalen Ponga. Catches it inside his 20. Drifts across field. Oh, and Greg Marju's put it down. Dear, oh dear. Ponga threw it a little behind him, and Marju just made a meal of it. Now Hughes has run over the top of Ponga, and he's going to race through and score. Jerome Hughes gets it back and ties us up at 18 apiece. What about that? Kalen Ponga is in a world of hurt too. Bad news, Knights and Queensland fans. Hold your breath. He's clutching his AC joint. Agony on his face. Might heap pain onto misery for Queensland and Knights fans. Came out of this and Greg Marju just coughs it up and just watch the ball. McDonald got it away for Hughes. Goes straight back through the middle, show and go, and just bumps straight into Kalen Ponga. Through and dives over. Greg Marju left the ball behind, which led to it. Kalen Ponga's missed tackle gifted it. 15 seconds, Kalen Ponga would love to have over again. AC joint collarbone region. Wait and see. It does not look good for Knights and Queensland fans. They've already lost Phoenix Crossland today. He hasn't got up and gone back behind the line. Six and a half minutes gone here. Fourth try for the Storm. Sil Fa'alonga, a much easier conversion attempt straight in front. He got a bit of hook on it, but it was never in doubt. He's 2 from 4 on the day. Melbourne lead 20 points to 18. Ponga back up. Positive. Let's see how he progresses. Maybe just a stinger. Knights kick it back. Hughes takes it on the full, the try scorer. Gives it off to McDonald. Frizzell says, sir, he didn't play it on the mark as they waltz forward to the side of Frizzell. Grant takes the next one. Now Fayalongo. Masadi takes the tackle. 31 out from his line on tackle 3. They swing it across the arrow. Munster dropping Clark back underneath. Dragged down by Graham and Solo. Grant out of dummy half again. Hetherington off the back of that. Gets the short ball. McEwen locks it up. They drag him to ground eventually. That'll be tackle 5. 6 into the attacking half. Hughes taking to ground. Ponga. 2 thoughts about it. Munster bats it forward over his shoulder, surely. He tried to bat it back. You'd see what he's trying to do. Let it bounce and then try to swat it back over the shoulder. If he found any one of 3 support runners, he would have been in a very good place and maybe leading by 6 or 8. Now Lucas gets through the line, but they just hang on for dear life with Terry around the ankles. He'll play it on the 20 on tackle 2 there. Now they go forward and Marziu's in for a run. Just short of the 30, he's brought down. Graham pokes his nose out of dummy half. Frizzell gives it off to Brown, who bumps through one tackle, but he's dragged down from behind by Munster in the end on tackle 4, just short of the 40. Graham, Croker, Sharp, Ponga, running, scheming. He's got Hunt back underneath. He had 2 thoughts about it. Hunt gets it away to Sharp now. Sharp scooting back across field. Pulled down by the hair. It's interesting, in the women's game, that's a penalty. Why is it not in the men's game? Brown goes to the air. Young pushes off but knocks it on, and that'll be a 0 tackle coming. So always copped a boot in the head, I think. That'll be 0 though. Now taking it forward. Leo, he'll play it on tackle 1. 29 out from the line, just to the left of centre field. They're lining up now, the outside backs for runs. Warbrick, a big strong run, sliding through. Solo not only got the boot to the head, he's got the claret flowing. It is absolutely running down his face. The boot up in the hairline. It's going to be fun to get to with his thick head of hair. Trainer. Cleaned up most of the initial blood and still trickling down. He's gonna have to go off and get cleaned up. I think he's probably going to have to come back with some headgear on based on where it is. The amount of hair he's got happening. Great to have you all tuning in. Make sure to hit like on the video. Hit subscribe on the channel. Get involved in the comments. Let us know where you're watching from around the world. Sami Saulo going off for a head injury assessment. Knights trail by 2 here with just over 30 minutes remaining. Just a reminder, they lost Phoenix Crossland 5 minutes into the game to a potential neck injury. He was medicabbed off the field. Wishing Phoenix Crossland all the best. Never like to see that as Harry Grant gets out of dummy half here on tackle 3. Flat ball to Hetherington, who gets past Graham, where he's wrapped up by Croker and Mooney around the legs. Number 4 there, 36 out from the line centre field. Liero engages. Hey, Jar, good to have you coming from Auckland. Thanks for joining in. Let us know who you're barracking for as well, guys. Who do you think gets this done with 30 minutes to go? They play this on tackle 5. 14 out from the line, 8 in from touch. They swing it across Hughes to Munster. Munster grubs it in behind. To set up nicely for Dylan Brown. Harry Grant lucky not to give away a penalty there for a flop. It's tackle 2, and he's wrapped up. They're wrapped up by Hetherington. Dom Young now going for a run. The Knights done a lot of defending across the last few minutes, and they're a little flat trying to get out of their own half. That's tackle 3. Still inside their 20. Now Mooney, almost up to the 30 on tackle 4. Graham in at dummy half. Go to Croker. He goes out the back. Brown skipping across, looking at Ponga, decides better of it. On 5, he'll play it on their defensive 40. They go to Kalen Ponga. Munster puts a shot and a half on him, and Ponga's going to kick it out on the full under pressure. Great work from Cameron Munster. You saw him coming at the last moment and shanked it, KP. So the Storm now start this on the 40, and here they go. Warbrick takes the first tackle. Graham's over the top with Lucas. Dragging down 35 out centre field on tackle 1. Push across now. 1 off the ruck to simple stuff, Lasati. He's taking it forward. He's put on his back. 20 in from touch. 26 out from the line on the right edge. Now they go through Hughes in the middle. He gives it off to Utakamano. Pumps the legs and drives forward. He's brought down 20 in from touch on the left. 14 out from the line. They come the short side. Hughes was calling the open side, but Grant went the other way, and Clark's brought down 4 out from the line, 10 in from touch. Now they swing it wide. Munster to the centre field with Hughes. Hughes, a little kick in behind. Ponga racing across. All good bounce for everyone, and Fletcher Hunt comes flying back and punches it dead. They'll get a goal line drop out here, the Knights. 3rd goal line drop out of the match. Bounce beat Ponga and the chasing Melbourne Storm players, and Fletcher was there to punch it dead. He goes the drop out. A better short drop out this time, looking for Dom Young, and he takes it cleanly. Runs through the pack, and Newcastle start this on the 3rd time of asking from a dropout with the possession. 19 out from the line. He plays it 10 in from touch. Now Mooney. Wrapped up by Utakamanu and Lasati, and driven backwards back inside the 20. He'll play it 17 out from the line. Centre field. Graham at dummy half. Now Gagai comes in for a run. He picks up 6 metres. He's good. There's plenty of Kiwis getting about it. Dylan Brown, Jerome Hughes. I'm going to assume Manaya Watauri is a Kiwi as well. If not Kiwi born, Kiwi heritage. Don't know a lot about the young man, to be fair. He's New Zealand as well. He played a game for the Raiders, but didn't know his exact heritage. Or from Hastings originally. Now the Storm working this out of their end. Joe Chan. Taking it forward. Great to have everyone tuning in. Make sure to hit like on the video. Hit subscribe on the channel. All those things allow us to continue to grow our platform. We're back with some Super League in the morning. Castleford versus Lee. And we'll be back on Sunday with the Panthers and the Tigers. And Monday with the Bulldogs and the Eels. So plenty of NRL action coming your way. As Cooper Clark plays it 42 out from the line. The attacking line on tackle 5. Jerome Hughes goes to the heavens. Kalen Ponga has lots of time. Takes it 4 out from his own line. Runs back at the outside shoulder of Munster. Can't skip past him. He's dragged down. Brown in at dummy half. Dom Young spins out of the first tackle. And then he spun out of possession of the ball. He coughs it up. Terry's there. Gets it. Swings it wide to Jerome Hughes. Hughes is wrapped up by Sharp. And Melbourne will start this at 19 out from the line. Get 6 again. Not that it makes much difference because it's already 0 tackle. It'll be 0 again. King plays it 9 out from the line. Harry Grant scooting out of dummy half. Munster gives it short to Utukamano, looking for a double. He's brought to ground 3 out from the line. 15 in from touch on the left edge. Grant goes back centre field to Munster. Munster on to Liero to Hughes. Hughes, Harbour Bridge ball out, looking for Warbrick. They wrap him up. They try and drive him into touch. There's 5, 6 Knights in that defensive tackle. Now they work it back centre field. Harry Grant rolls it in behind and out there racing along. Moses Leo gets another try for the Storm. Dexter Dayhart. I don't think I know that one, Angai. A try, another one for the Storm, and they open up a 6-point lead with a kick to come here. They're really starting to turn the screws. They lead 5 tries to 3. Moses Leo, another Kiwi going in. You'll be happy with that, Jar. Ex-Rugby Sevens, if I'm not mistaken, Moses Leo. Playing for the Kiwis for a little bit. You maybe even seeing their team in the Olympics, maybe. Although they're going to say that he's knocked this on, are they? They reviewed it. He's bobbled the ball. Chris James, the former NRL referee in the background, working for the Knights now, saying that he's knocked it on. He won't be speaking to the referees after he got in trouble when he's at the Roosters. It's been cleared. Try confirmed. There you go. It looked like there was a little bobble there, but they're going to say he had his hand on it the whole way down for downward pressure. So 24 points to 18. Su'Fa'alongo, a tough kick here. He's 2.5 metres in from the touchline. 22 back. The favoured side for the right footer, though, so it is positive for him. He hasn't been miles away so far, but it's a game of inches. Great to have everyone tuning in. If you're enjoying the footy, make sure to hit like on the video, hit subscribe on the channel as he curls this one back across. Has he got the legs on it? Yes, he has. The touch judges like it. Su'Fa'alongo from out wide makes it 26 points to 18. That's a key kick to extend it beyond a converted try. Great to have you all with us. Let us know in the comments where you're watching from, what country you're based in. 23 minutes remaining, or just over here. And the Storm are out to an 8-point lead. Certainly plenty of points in this one. And the difference here, he didn't need to re-grip that ball or grip it because he was putting it down. He just needed to make sure he had his hands on it when it got to the ground. The Knights get us back underway here through the boot of Fletcher Sharp. They go deep to Jerome Hughes. Now Utakamano plays at 14 out from the line. They work it forward here. Lasati. He's been busy without being flashy tonight. Adavalu Lasati. Now they swing it wide. Liero, Munster decides to take a run, runs into McEwen. Listening from far north Queensland. PM Cairns. Go the Storm. Wonderful. We're trying to cover as many games as we can around other commentary commitments from here on in for the next few weeks, certainly. I'll have a little holiday and then I'll be back for the back end of the season. There'll be plenty coming. As Liero plays it on halfway, they go Munster to the air. That one looked like maybe just came off the outside a bit, a little more than he would have wanted, and it falls nicely for Ponga. And then runs into King, Hughes, and Utakamanu, and he'll play it on his 20-metre line here. Tackle 1. 3 markers for the Storm. That's creative. Dom Young. That stat sums it up. Melbourne's completion rate over the 18 minutes of this second half, 100%. The Knights, 50%. Greg Marzu bumps out a 1, sends Harry Grant flying like a 10-pin. Now he'll play at tackle 4, 36 out from the line, 20 in from touch on the left edge. And straight back in behind the markers is Trey Mooney. He's brought down 44 out from the line. Harrison Graham goes the short side to Sharp. They're going to run it here. I know they've got 1 tackle to come. This will be tackle 5, apologies. Dylan Lucas plays at 42 out from the line on the attacking side. Brown goes to the air on the short side, putting the pressure on. They're racing through. Warbrick gets the foot up, and Sharp and Hunter there, and they wrap him up. I have to say, I do not love this development that's coming in the NRL where players are either putting their foot out in front of them or, as we saw in Origin, getting horizontal and leading with their feet. It's only a matter of time before someone collects someone, and then I think you can end up seeing a player in possession sent from the field. 21 minutes. to go till full time here. Melbourne with the upper hand. Tom Cant out on the field now. I'm going to let her run in with Joe Chan early. As Hughes goes wide. Terry. He'll play it here on tackle 5. 5 short of halfway. 10 in from touch on the right edge. Hughes screwballs it off the outside of the right boot. Ponga's there though. Takes it on the full and comes racing back where he's wrapped up by Harry Grant. And he'll play it on the 30-metre line here. Fletcher Sharp in at dummy half. Greg Marziu trying to power forward, but he just didn't get enough wind up, and he's dragged down by Liero. 20 in from touch, 34 out from the line. They swing wide. Brown to Young. Young will try and skip to the outside. Gets past one. And leaves Joe Chen prone on the ground, grasping something. I'm not quite sure what. And he'll play this here on tackle 3. 5 in from touch. 44 out from the line. Dylan Brown tucks his head in and goes over halfway. He decides to take a hit up himself on tackle 4. Gagai at dummy half. He'll scoop blindside Dane Gagai. Gets through, slices through 2 tackles. He's got a runner back inside him. Find Jermaine McEwen. McEwen, he's had a tough week, but he's going to ice it with a try. Jermaine McEwen dives over just to the right of the post. And again, Dane Gagai manages to turn nothing into something. I was going to say something into nothing. That would have been very harsh. Joe Chan was the defensive hole. He was down in back play. And the Knights capitalised. Good eyes up rugby league from Dane Gagai. Jerome Hughes is a little irate with Ashley Klein. I think he's asking why wasn't the game stopped. And at the end of the day, unless the trainer asks for it to be stopped because of a head knock, they will play on. So, that makes a try to both the second rows for the Knights. And Kalen Ponga will have a chance to get us within 2 and put this game absolutely on tenterhooks here from just to the right of the post. And Gagai all the lead-up work. And again, Cooper Clark and concerted chase, but too little. McEwen gets the 4th try for the Knights. And his 4th career try himself. Kalen Ponga will take his time. Just down under 18.5 minutes remaining. Great to have you all tuning in. Make sure, as I've said a couple of times, hit subscribe on the channel if you love your rugby league. We're trying to grow this platform and grow this audience as much as we can. We cover plenty of other sport as well, all across your sporting landscape. We do have a core of rugby league, certainly with these live watch-alongs at the moment. As Ponga comes in, he hits this one. Slots it, no mistake. 2-point ball game. 26-24. The Knights still with the work to do. Melbourne look the better, but the Knights are taking their opportunities. And this time it was Jermaine McEwen. $18 minutes remaining and 10 seconds. Let us know whereabouts you're watching from, tuning in from, and who you think gets it done from here. Love to hear who's backing the Knights and who's backing the Storm. We've had a few Storm fans already. Haven't seen a whole lot of Knights fandom. Go deep now. Sharp. Gives it off now for Mooney. Played on tackle 1, 18 out from the line. Now Marziu loves to get it. Hey Florence, how are you? Good to have you back. Sami Solo getting ready to come back from his HIA and blood cleanup as Tyson Frizzell makes a strong run. He'll play it now. Tackle 3, 35 out from the line. Graham gets out of dummy half. Picks up. That's Tom Cant actually out of dummy half. There we go. Kalen Ponga filling in as well. We got Tom Cant actually filling in as a dummy half here. That's different. He's versatile. Dylan Brown goes to the air here from 38 out from the line. Bit of a contest. It bounces awkwardly, sits up. Dom Young grabs it again and takes it into touch. He's driven into touch. They all sort of watched it, and Dom Young thought he'd chance his hand. Why not once it bounced? Popped in behind Leo, and Young was just there. And then he was trying to get it free. He almost did enough to hand it off to Leo and have Leo take it across the line, but it didn't quite work as Warbrick takes his forward from the restart. It's wrapped up by Solo. He'll play it there on tackle 1. And now Wateri. He'll play it on tackle 2. 22 out from the line. 18 in from touch on the right edge. They keep hammering that channel. Lasardi met strongly. Dylan Lucas down underneath. Tom Can over the top. Now Liero gives it off. Short ball for Utukamano. Almost up to the 40. Tackled by Saulo and McEwen. Munster wrapped up by Cant. Brown gets in there as well. Drags into ground, tackle 5. Hughes goes to the air from inside their half. Goes deep and high. Young's back there, takes it cleanly. Swings it across to Ponga. Ponga swings it now to Marzu. Hunt's there if he wants him. Marzu's going to try and wind up and run forward and gets it away when he's down on one knee, but keeps on going sharp. Runs into a whole heap of numbers, and they'll play it on tackle 1. 45 out from the line now. That's a good starting point for this set. Hunt in at dummy half. Awkward pass for Brown. Brown's just going to tuck it under his wing and race forward to halfway. He's dragged down by Grant. Now the Knights with a little bit of momentum behind him. Ponga swings it wide here to Gagai. Bounces off Chan. Centers it back up to Tom Cant. Not a lot happening. Everyone's flat-footed. Sharp points Saulo forward. Sami Saulo takes it over the attacking 40 on tackle 3. He'll play it 38 out from the line. Now they'll go to the left to Brown, to Sharp, to Hunt. Nothing presenting. They're running out of space there. Hunt surrenders himself. There's some tangle in back play. That'll be tackle 5. 24 out from the line. 10 in from touch on the left edge. They swing it across to Brown here. Brown to Kent. That's tackle 4, sorry. Now, taking the settler is Trey Mooney. That will be tackle 5. 22 from the line. And they swing it to Brown here. Brown going back against the grain. Grubbers it through. Pinballs around. Harry Grant picks it up and Kent dives on his back. And he'll play it for tackle 1. 14 out from his own line. Now Moses Leo. Wrapped up by McEwen and Gagai. He's slow. He's grabbing the back of his head. He thinks he's been crushed or tackled. Referee tells him to play the ball. Now another run forward for the Storm. There's Sean Blore out there now, and Will Warbrick slices through, gets the offload away for Sua Fa'alongo. Fa'alongo skips across to the right. He gets over halfway before Fletcher Hunt, Fletcher Sharp, and Dylan Lucas dragging down on tackle 4. 3 metres over halfway. He plays it now. They come back to Munster. Munster's going to tuck it under his arm and run forward on tackle 5. Hunt and Saulo wrap him up. Now Grant comes short side for Hughes on tackle 5. They're going to use the hands. Fa'alongo out now. Waitere toes it through. Ponga picks it up. Read it well. Can't get away from his Queensland number 9 teammate, Harry Grant. Jerome Hughes comes in. Ponga grabs his nose. Thought he copped a knee to the nose. Hunt. Jeez, tough ball for Young. They're under pressure here. King racing back and drags him inside the 10. Now Dylan Brown comes to the right-hand side. Bouncing through as McEwen. He's wrapped up by Blore. Brown out of dummy half. Gagai takes it up over the 20 on tackle 4. They're 23 out from the line. Cant's there now. Croker takes a run up over the 30. That'll be tackle 5. Ponga will kick long. Fa'alongo's tracking back and he'll take it on the full. 15 out from his line, 15 in from touch, and he scoots across field and is dragged down by one leg by Dylan Brown on tackle 1. Munster in at dummy half. Gives it on now. Leo trying to scoot across field and get past Gagai. Young helps out and wraps him up. They drag him to ground on tackle 2 here. 37 out from the line. That's a shocking play, the ball from young Leo. He's gotten away with it, though. Now Chan. Met strongly. Saulo's been split open again. Patch job didn't last long. Blore. Dragged to ground by 3. Safidi, Croker and Cant. Now Munster. Goes at the outside shoulder of Cant, but Cant wraps him up. He does get the arm free, though, and pops an offload to Harry Grant. Hughes. Fa'alongo now. He's lost the headgear. Pops it out wide. Hunt had a swing at it. Did he get a touch on it? That'll be the question. Terry's a handful here trying to break free of all the tackles. The referee says no touch on it. It'll be tackle 5. Terry very slow to his feet. Hughes goes to the air here. Fletcher Hunt knocks it on. That'll be 6 more for the Storm. Terry's in the corner, pushing deep. But no, won't get past Ponga. Last line of defence, and that'll be the 0 tackle. 5 out from the line, 4 in from touch. They come to Jerome Hughes, open side, back to the left. Liero gets the arm free, goes back to Hughes. They go back to the short side. Hughes skipping across. Draws a couple in. Lasati wrapped up by Hunt, Sharp and Lucas. The trio combine again. Now they swing it across. Hughes, Liero, Munster. Short ball to Bloor. He tries to poke his head through, but down lows McEwen. Brown's over the top. Grant gets out. Dragged down as he throws it. King. Lasati. Wateri steps back infield where he's wrapped up immediately. Lucas, Croker, and Sharp. That'll be tackle 3. Now Hughes, flat ball to Itukamanu. He's going to try and burrow his way over, but he's rolls back into the ruck. He gets told to stand up. Liero's going to try and reach out. Liero does reach out. I'll tell you what, that's pretty hard done by for the Knights because their player didn't have a chance to get back to his feet because of the way the Storm player rolled back through his own ruck trying to milk a penalty. Harry Grant's arguing about it. You've got the try, Harry. Trent Liero's got a 6th try for the Storm. They lead 30 points to 24 with a kick to come, a relatively easy one. As I say, I'm trying to see who the Knights player was that's trapped underneath there. He can't go anywhere and he can't get back into the line, Trey Mooney. I'm not saying he necessarily would have. He just doesn't get the opportunity to. And Liero goes across and gets it down. Great to have you all tuning in. Make sure to hit like on the video, hit subscribe on the channel, get involved in those comments as well. We've got 10 minutes remaining here and the Knights with the work to do. 30 points to 24. They are leading the Storm with a kick to come. Liero's been busy tonight. He's played a lot of distribution on a first receiver. Now, Sua Fa'alongo, his 6th conversion attempt from the night. He's 3 from 5 so far. He'll line this one up just inside the 10-metre line. And about 3 metres, 4 metres to the left of the uprights. Great to have you all tuning in. As I say, if you can hit like and subscribe, it's wonderful. It helps us grow with the algorithm, helps us get shown to more people. Oh, I tell you what, he hooked that. He only just snuck it inside the left upright there, Sua Fa'alongo. They do stretch their lead back out to 8. 32-24, 9 minutes 20 on the clock. The Knights, what can they come up with? They need to find something here heading into these last 9 and a bit minutes. Kick it wide. Looking for the bounce, racing through. Oh, that's set up nicely for Croker. What about that? They just kicked into some empty space and Croker's managed to get it on the bounce and they'll play it now on the attack, 10 metres out from the line. That should be 6 more there. It will be. So they'll get an extra tackle or 2 here. That'll be a 0 coming and a 6 again inside 10 metres. A bit of everything coming. The Storm will be happy to give away infringements here. That's a 0 tackle. Gagai, Ponga. Ponga's done the splits there and then Munster's on top of him. Argy-bargy between those two. Kent floating across, gives it out to Sharp. Sharp dropping a runner back inside in Lucas. We'll push it forward almost to the 10-metre line. He'll play it on tackle 2 on the 10-metre line. Now, Brown. Short ball to McEwen. He's on the try scorers list. We've had 10 of them so far today, tries. Nice, need to find something here. McEwen a little slow to his feet. Kent fires it out to Brown. Brown out the back here. Sharp, Ponga. Player ran through the line in Lucas. Ponga didn't want to take chances, so he just pulls up and surrenders himself. That's tackle 4, 12 out from the line, 20 in from touch on the left. Brown, Croker. Croker drifting across field. Gets the offload to Ponga. Ponga grubbers it in behind for Safidi. What about Safidi? Steps the fullback, if you don't mind. Jacob Safidi, the big bopper with the footwork, regathering a grubber from Ponga. If the backs can do it, so can big J-Saf. Gets a 5th try for the Knights and gets them within 4. 32 points to 28 with a kick to come. 7 minutes and 20 seconds remaining. The Knights are right in this contest. Kalyn Ponga will line this up from next to the uprights to get them back within 2. They're not going away, the Knights. Jacob Safidi, just a big swerve. Still Fa'alongo couldn't get there. Jasaf. As Laurie Daly, this is what you're missing out on. You should have used me. I can be whatever you need. Kalyn Ponga takes it back 12. A metre to the left of the uprights. He slots it. Makes it 32 points to 30. 6 minutes and 45 seconds remaining. What about that? Jacob Safidi. Football purists love seeing a big bopper in full flight. That is absolute magic. First try of the season. He's off the nudie run, Jasaf. Probably a good thing for everyone involved. That might have been an intimidating sight. Craig Bellamy's had to take a little bit of a walk and stretch the legs. He's not happy. Gone to the back of the box for a moment. It's the old cliche, but the next try is massive in this one. Melbourne kick deep. Taken on the full by Brown, and here goes the try scorer, Safidi. Straight at Munster. And played on tackle 1. 16 out from his line, 10 in from touch. Now Dom Young going forward. Runs into Tukamano. Doesn't pick up any metres, probably loses 1 if anything. And played on tackle 2, closer to centre field. Now, some good footwork there. Getting through the middle, Trey Mooney. As he explodes into the line. Harry Grant underneath. Tom Can out of dummy half. Sharp for Ponga. Making easy metres here. Kalyn Ponga slices through. He's clipped. Play on. Now he's tackled. That'll be tackle 4 on the 40. Making them look a bit porous, the Knights, against the Storm defence. Brown shifts it wide. McEwen for Gagai now. He goes at Chan. Chan's up to the task, though. McEwen lends his weight. That'll be tackle 5. 6 in from touch. 32 out from the line. McEwen at dummy half. It's a decent pass to Brown. Brown just sends it up. Trying to create a contest. And that'll be tackle 6. It's been taken by the Knights from the bombs. Sua Fa'alongo just happy to let him have it. Fletcher Hunt gives it off. Fa'alongo will play it. Hughes will hand it off to Warbrick. Warbrick tries to bounce back, so he realises 2 middles defending at marker. Now he just marches forward with 3 players on his back. He'll play it tackle 1, 22 out from the line. Moses Leo, isn't that Wateri coming in for a run? Meets Saifidi. He'll play it 26 out from the line. Tackle 2, centre field. Now Utukamano comes off the back fence. He's dragged down by Safidi again. Jacob Safidi is absolutely everywhere. Harry Grant gets out of dummy half. Munster. Now Blore. Gagai drags him down with the help of Croker just inside the attacking half. Under 5 minutes remaining. Munster size a show and go himself, and he's wrapped up again. Saifidi's there. That's at least 3, maybe 4 tackles this set. I'll kick from just outside the attacking 40. Hughes goes high. Attacking the wing of Marju. It's batted back. Josh King caught it with his legs. Hughes racing forward. Gets a no-look pass out. Comes to Lasati. He's got to fire it way back to Fa'alongo. Fa'alongo has to track back to get it. Fa'alongo chips through for himself. Batted backwards, and Kalyn Ponga managed to catch it with his legs. I think the referee's called a knock on here. Did it touch the ground? No, he said play on. He's caught it with his legs. Play on. Dylan Brown takes a scoot because nothing's on, and he makes 2 metres. He'll play it on tackle 2, 22 out from the line. The Knights need to get a bit of structure here. Dom Young's 1 off the ruck. That's where they'll go. King shoots out of the line at him. Can't get away from him. He'll play it tackle 3 now, 25 out from the line. Can't. To Croker, out the back. Sharp. This is where they look good when they start spreading wide. Fletcher Hunt steps back inside with Terry. Hughes arrives as well, and they drag him down just short of the 40-metre line. That's much better on tackle 4. Need more of that. Harrison Graham back out there now. Ponga to Brown. Munster's there. Appeal for a penalty. Not quite sure what they wanted. Harrison Graham barking orders, sending Sharp around. Sharp kicks from inside the 40. Fa'alongo gets across. Calls for his winger to come back inside in Moses Leo. Leo skips past a couple, gets an offload away to Warbrick. And he's chopped in half by Hunt. 33 out from his own line, but it's a good starting point for a set for the Storm. Now Wateri. He'll play it. Graham drags him down. He picks up 5 metres. Now they move it on. Chan will take a run. Almost up to halfway. About 4 metres short. Laura will get up to halfway and over. Harrison Graham wraps him up. Grant decides to take a scoot out of dummy half. Gives it off Liero. Swings it wide to Hughes. To Fa'alongo. They've got the numbers on the outside if they can get there. Waitere has to cut back in because the sliding defence is up to the task. He's dragged down on tackle 5. 15 in from touch. 29 out from the line. They go the short side. Hughes here. I know they just need to manage the clock with 2.5 minutes remaining. Ponga comes flying forward. Takes it on the full. Harry Grant's trying to challenge something there. It's not a stoppage, Harry. That is not how it works. Can't just call a stoppage in play to have a challenge. Dylan Brown, little show and go. Pokes his head through the line. Dragged down by Bloor and one more. Good quick play the ball though. Graham out of dummy half. Gives it flat to the line. Trey Mooney's there. 2 minutes here. The Knights, this could be their last real opportunity. They get it out the back. Brown, Ponga, bumps out of the tackle of Chan. Gagai is wrapped up here. Bloor and Leo. Tackle 5. They're 32 out from their line. They've got to find something big here. Brown's going to chance his hand. Sharp fires it wide. They get to the outside here. Dylan Lucas to the outside. Pops a pass, and Greg Marzu needed to be about 3 foot taller to get that one. And that might be the last chance for the Knights. Last chance saloon here. Greg Marzu couldn't get across to that one. He's had a couple of rough passes come his way, but as I say, he needed to be Dom Young's height to get that. Dylan Lucas, you can see what he's trying to do there, but just try to engage one too many defenders. Brett White and Justin Holbrook were on their feet in the coach's box. They thought they might have had it. Josh King just trying to chew up as much time as he can. They'll play it here, tackle 1. Tackle 0, sorry. Sean Bloor takes it up to halfway. McEwen trying for the one-on-one strip. Gives away the strategy here. Storm will take as long as they can each ruck. Grant. King again. He's wrapped up by Frizzell and a couple of others. He'll play it on tackle 2. 41 out from the line. Munster. He goes forward. There's 3 of them in the tackle. Munster tackling Croker. I'm not quite sure what that's about. Just trying to slow things down any bit he can. Now Liero. McEwen and Croker wrap him up on 4. 48 seconds left. Grant pokes out a dummy half. That will be tackle 5 coming. He'll play it on the 10 here. Now he wants to stop and have an argument with the referee. Just play the ball, Harry. That's what people are here to watch. Still 5, and Cameron Munster is going to go to ground here. He pretend he's got a cramp. He pretends something else is wrong. Harrison Graham wants to play it. Clock's been stopped. They've got to go 95 metres, the Knights. Dylan Brown, Kalen Ponga gets to the outside. Skipping along. Dragged down by Hughes. 20 out from the line. Hughes laying in the ruck. Kalen Ponga wants a penalty. The referee says no. Fletcher Hunt takes a quick scoot. Gets the offload to Ponga. Ponga now on. Grub it in behind by Gagai, and King takes it. Knocked out of his hands. He knocks it on. There's 3 seconds left here. There's a chance for a last play for the Knights. The Knights are going to have to challenge this, I think, because they're going to say that it was knocked down by their player. No captain's challenge. They're not even going to challenge at the Knights. Oh, we do have a captain's challenge. I don't think it'll be successful. It'll be a one-on-one strip, and it'll be knocked forward, I think. So that is it. 32 points to 30. The Storm hang on by the barest of margins. 6 tries to 5. They get it done. Tries to Stefano Utukamano, Mania Wateri, Will Warbrick, Moses Leo, Jerome Hughes, and Trent Liero. They had 4 from 6 conversion attempts for the Knights. Fletcher Sharp, Dylan Brown, Jacob Saifidi, Dylan Lucas, and Jermaine McEwen all get tries. 5 from 5 from the tee for Kalen Ponga. And what a game it was for Friday Night Rugby League. Dylan Brown was outstanding. Trey Mooney was good. Jacob Saifidi late was absolutely great for them as well. But it was the Storm that were just too good. Harry Grant, Cameron Munster, Jerome Hughes. Fa'alongo was strong. Will Warbrick, big metres as well, but Trent Liero probably for mine is the best on. He was absolutely outstanding, involved in a lot. But at full time, it is the Melbourne Storm securing a key win that keeps their hopes of finishing on top. Sorry, in the top 8, I should say, not on top. In the top 8 of the NRL alive. If we have a look at where the ladder sits now, the Knights are, they'll sit in 5th still. The Storm, with that win, will leap the Raiders for the time being. They'll leap the Broncos as well, so they'll be up to 11th. They'll still be four points outside of the top 8, and we'll be waiting other results to see where they sit at the end of the round. So that is full time. What a cracking match it was. The Knights gave it a red-hot shake at the end, but just a few bombed opportunities for them. Big thank you to you all for tuning in. If you haven't already, please hit like on the video. Hit subscribe on the channel. And we'll look forward to seeing you again in our next live watch-alongs or any of our Daily Dose videos. As I said, have a Cricket Daily dropping a little bit later tonight. We'll be back tomorrow in the morning with the Super League, Castleford versus Lee. Have a Tennis Daily as well, and then we'll have plenty of content dropping over the weekend, Sunday and Monday later as well. Some soccer and rugby league live watch-alongs as we head through further into the long weekend here in Australia. But again, thank you for tuning in. Make sure to hit like, make sure to hit subscribe, and we'll see you again soon here on the Chris McPherson Show.